By Cat Stevens. I thought it was apt as we come out of a global pandemic and then some cunt tries to start World War III. Fucking typical. Cat Stevens, oh, he's been with me forever. That's off the Teaser and the Firecat album, which is the first album I ever owned that was mine. Not the first one I bought with my own money. That was Stranded by Roxy Music. But that was the first one I owned. I think I'd asked for it. My sister got me it, and I think she said, well, I could have an album. Would it have been 1971, 72? What would I have been, 10, 11? Anyway, I still love it. And I don't know whether it's the nostalgia or that every song on it is amazing. But check it out. Teaser and the Firecat. Cat Stevens. Plug. Classic. It's only 50 years old. Topical. So, yeah. Right. Questions. How are you, everyone? Yeah, I know. What can you do? What can you do? There's always summer, isn't there? There's always summer, even if it's not, a world concern, if it's not a pandemic or global warming or fucking nuclear war or tragedy, right? There's always something wrong. Do you know what I mean? You just pick up. At my age, every day gets a little bit shitter. I ache a bit more. So, the news is one thing, but I'm already in pain. Oh, God. I take vitamins and things and supplements now. Ointments. My latest, nothing I can do about it, but I've been trying to keep fit, which is harder and harder, right? So I go jogging or walking every day, depending on if I've got like my knees have thawed out or I haven't got sprained ankle or bad back. I try and go running or walking every day, right? And this is way too much information, right? And because it's been a pandemic, I've just been putting I haven't been wearing fucking underpants unless I have to go on a chat show or something. I was only on a couple of those. So it's been nice to get up, take my pajamas off, put on tracksuit bottoms, but, like jogger's nipple, I've got jogger's clunge. Because it's a bit of chafing down there. So I put underpants on today. I thought if I could stop everything scrabbling around. Yeah, I don't know if it would. So there you go. I forget that fucking newspapers watch this shit, and then they do an article like I spoke to them. Ricky told us he's got runner's clunge. Like I fucking say, call the papers up. Hello? Yeah, just pop this in your... Yeah, I know there's a war on, but pop this page 4. I've got runner's clunge, and I want to know what you, as the press of Great Britain, intend to fucking do about it. Someone just said Vaseline. Yeah, I know. Right, that's settled. That's sorted. I mean, this called bollocks, isn't it? So I mean, it's not, if someone's tuning in going, I wonder what this bollocks is about, and then they go, oh, disappointing, it was a load of bollocks. Well, no. I've been up front. This is the worst broadcast in the world ever. I'm mainly talking to cats and dogs. I'm fat. My eyes are stinging because I've had a bubble bath. There's always something wrong with me. What do you expect? So, there's the warning. Right, Glenn, I haven't got a question, Ricky, but would you kindly raise a glass for Jack's birthday? Ah, lovely Jack. And thanks for the Lionels. It was very thoughtful. Here's to Jack. Cheers. Julia, I had a great time at your new material night. Oh yeah, I've got another one tomorrow. I was wondering, do you and your chums try out completely different short sets each time to see which ones work best? Or if one works well, do you stick with it, develop it, and just tweak it, certain jokes in it? Yeah, yes. The latter, because I mean, some comedians go to sort of clubs and they do different 5 minutes. I don't do that because it doesn't serve my purpose, because I don't do things for that environment, really. I do things... There's sort of a bit of a narrative or a point, and you need people to listen. You can't really do it in a club atmosphere. So I sell tickets at very cheap. Ridiculous. It's giving it away. I do like 15 quid tickets, and I have chums to help me out, so people get, you know, the full hour or so. And I start off with 3 chums, so I do like 4 5s. Then the next week I've got a bit more, and I do 4 7s. And then, you know, I might lose a chum, so I'm doing, you know, more of the hour, and soon I'm by myself doing a full hour. So I do it like that. But you do, you know, you do have a new few minutes every week, and then you try and get the old stuff better. And the more you do it, the better it gets, and you add to it, and you lose things that don't work at all. So it's just building it up gradually. But yeah, some comedians go to a different sort of club night every night and do their 5 minutes, and that doesn't quite work for me, because a lot of the stuff I do is about my persona, and I sort of insult the audience. That they've paid, you know, they've paid a lot of money to come and see me, and the joke is that I don't appreciate it. Whereas if I turn up in a club, they haven't come to see me, so it doesn't quite work. That faux arrogance thing I do. So it sort of this way's better for me. I don't know if that made any sense at all. Again, it doesn't matter, does it? No one's tuning into this for me to make sense, are they? In other news, my favourite jumper is gone. I've been wearing this for like a couple of weeks now, going, oh, I've got to throw it away. I've had it mended like twice, but that elbow pad's on, but now it's come away from that, so there'll be nothing for him to attach it to, so it's doomed. I've had this jumper for about, I don't know, 10, 15 years. My little cashmere hoodie, named Stan, if you're wondering. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I might have a little funeral for it. Properly mental now. This is proper mental, isn't it? Me talking to cats and dogs about a fucking dead jumper. And my chafed offal. Fucking hell. Oh. Sue, what music have you most enjoyed listening to this weekend? And what's your favourite music that you haven't listened to for ages? I have got a sort of playlist that changes slightly, but I still go back to the old favourites. I always go back to, you know, Dylan and Neil Young and Cat Stevens and Simon and Garfunkel. And the new stuff, I think, is all sort of like indie folk, that Scandi indie folk sort of feel. Like Sigur Rós and Bon Iver and those sort of guys. Indie folk, I'd say. sort of ethereal stuff like that. That's what I've been listening to a lot of. Vancouver Sleep Clinic, probably my latest obsession. But then, you know, I sometimes have gold in the car and I'm listening to Elvis, the Hollies. Bus Stop, I played that today. The Bus Stop by the Hollies. So that's what you're dealing with. Some old stuff, some new stuff, mainly old stuff. Yeah. And it's good now. Now I've discovered sort of Spotify on my phone. I'll go for a run and I'll put in things like, I don't know, workout heavy rock or something like that, and it gives you a little thing, and you can, no, not that one, no, oh, lovely. And you discover new things. You discover new tracks you haven't heard before, so it's nice. I wouldn't say it keeps me in touch, because I'm often discovering things from 1973 that I did. But you know what I mean. Poor Stan. I don't throw things away. This is my favourite T-shirt. It's falling apart, but it's so soft. You know. You would think I was a tramp. If people saw me in the street and they didn't recognise me, they think, oh, maybe I should give him some money. Look at him rubbing his eyes. He's obviously an old drunk. Okay, now I've got no self-esteem. Leslie, even though you have achieved so much, oh, it's making me feel better, and are super rich, famous, and genius. Well, this is the best question ever. Sometimes you must still have sad days. What makes you feel better when you are having one of those days? Well, luckily I don't have many sad days, like some people do. Everyone feels fed up, or I'm annoyed all the time, or something I'm not looking forward to hangs over me. That can be something like people would think, oh, it's lovely. Like, oh, I've got an award show. I'm through. Oh God, to get fucking dressed up and go out at 4 o'clock. I don't. Those are the sort of things. Or a dentist appointment. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just want everything to be. I wouldn't even say fun. I want peace and quiet. That's all I want. And it's times like this I realise how fucking fundamental and important just peace is. Just peace. It's number one for me now. Just peace. So I don't want to do anything ever again. Getting dressed. Oh. What do? I do things that I enjoy every day. Like I go for a walk every day. Me and Jane go for a walk. I scruffle about 50 dogs. As I say, I know about 200 dogs by name. I meet a new little friend every day. There's puppies. There's a new puppy every day, you know. And you get to know them. Dogs make me feel good. Music. Work. I love work. I think if I'm sort of like, oh, what can I do? I know. I think of something. I think of a joke, or I think of a sketch, or, you know. So that being a game of chess, I have a game of chess. I look forward to 6 o'clock. And then it's dinner and Netflix all the way. So yeah, Gunnar. Oh, similar question from Gunnar. With all the incredible stresses in the world, what calms you? We use Derek, The Office, or Afterlife to escape the real world. But what do you do? The same. Not those. I don't watch my own programs, but yeah. I hate it when we've just finished an amazing show that we've been watching for weeks. We've got to find one. We start like 3 and go, no, and then we find one. This is the one. And you know, the good thing about nowadays, I don't think I put on normal telly. I just look for the best foreign dramas. You've got the whole world to choose from. I do music, telly, wine, walking, dogs. Titch, talking of dogs, right, brought the tone down straight away. I want to know, have you ever farted in a public place thinking it would be quiet and discreet when in fact it was very smelly? I can't think of any. I've never been surprised. I've never thought, oh, that was... I mean, I did fart on Carl Pilkington's head, but again, I meant to do it. I planned it. It was filming with Derek. I'd contrived a scene where I've got him in sort of a leg lock, knowing what I was going to do, and it came to fruition, and it was amazing. And he was furious. So, but no, I've never... Like, I know people that accidentally shat themselves. I don't know how you do that. I've never done it. Unless you're really fucking ill. I know a bloke, right? He was in a pub, and he's telling me this, and he said he brought back sort of 3 pints, and on the way he farted and shat himself. Just put the drinks down, didn't say anything, went to the toilet, took his trousers off, ripped his pants, flushed them, cleaned himself up, came back and had a drink. Now, I mean, yeah, fine, he dealt with the situation, but I don't think I could enjoy the pint going, oh, I've just shat myself. Because I'd be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why have I shat myself? Why have I... That would worry me. Oh, God. These questions. Bird on a Mission. What are you watching at the moment on Netflix? Oh, and also Daniel wants some recommendations. Right. Okay. So, you know all the ones, you know all the greatest shows ever. We've talked about that. Sopranos, Wire, The Bridge, The Killing, Gomorrah, more recently, amazing. All the ones that I've told you about before. Snabbercash, When the Dust Settles, just great. Founder, Caliphate, great world dramas. I've got a couple of new ones. I don't know why I didn't watch it before, and it's like 3 or 4 years old. But we watched all 3 series of Sabura, Blood on Rome, and it's amazing. It's like a saga. It's sort of about 3 people from 3 completely different backgrounds and families, and it's about gangs and politics and life, and it's amazing. I was blown away by it. I mean, it's up there with like 4 Blocks and Gomorrah and it's great. I don't want to give anything away, but there's some really good. It looks amazing, and the set design or the locations, whatever it is, it's a roller coaster. It really is. So I recommend that. Sabura, Blood on Rome. All these things, watch in their own language with subtitles. Don't do the dubbed version are unwatchable. So always in the original language with subtitles. I watched the latest one I've watched. Just finished it actually a few days ago. Is Cry Wolf. It's about. It's the guy who was in The Killing actually, and he's a social worker that gets embroiled in this one case of domestic abuse, and it's not the sort I thought. Oh, I hope it's not. Oh, it's not depressing and worthy. It's great. It's the pace is amazing, but you're with every character. You're with every character all the time. So Sabura, Cry Wolf, just watched the last series of Undercover, which was brilliant. And now I watched Tinder Swindler, which was great. And one I even preferred straight after that, Puppet Master. Similar sort of thing, both documentaries. Tinder Swindler, Puppet Master. And now I'm on Vikings Valhalla. So, you do the math. There's my recommendations. Leopold and Loveday. What is the best absolutely mental question you and Sam talked about? Oh yeah, 3rd season coming up very soon. Days away. I think I know. I mean, of the 100 questions we tackle, there is one that spilled over into a second week. And it was, if you either had to go back 100 years and live your life out 100 years ago, as you are now, or go forward 100 years and live your life out. And that was fascinating. Just because, you know, you'd think going back, you'd be like a superhero, you'd know everything, but that wouldn't be the case. Because I couldn't go back and explain anything. And I couldn't explain, I could talk about things, but they go, how do you make that? I don't fucking know. I don't know how to use the remote control. So I'd have no advantage. Unless I could remember dates, like, you know, stay away from the coast on this day, because there'd be no... I'd probably understand a few more things. Maybe. But probably not. Or 100 years in the future, so you'd experience it, but you'd be at a disadvantage, wouldn't you? You wouldn't know anything. I don't know. But you might live longer. Because you might get there, and they go, runner's clunge, toe bra, not a problem. And they just exactly go, zzz, and I go, wow. And I'd be fucking... That won't happen. Oh, God. So that was the big question. So, yeah. Oh, and then we have a discussion about veganism, and because we recorded it, all these recorded a couple of months ago, I'm worried that, because I go, I'm not 100% vegan, but now I am. I've been vegan for like a few weeks. So I don't want people to go listen to that and go, oh, he's not vegan. I am. We recorded this like 6 weeks ago when I wasn't 100% vegan. Just thought I'd sort that out. Because there's always someone. I said, fuck off. We recorded it ages ago. Oh, God. Stella. My question is, would you or Jane ever go on the TV show Who Do You Think You Are? No. Well, I can't answer for Jane, but I don't think so. But I definitely wouldn't. I don't want people looking... Well, I don't know about anything, but imagine being on telly and they go, oh, and here's your great-great-grandfather, Horatio Gervais. Oh, he was a prolific paedophile, beaten to death in jail. I go... Oh, poor Horatio. You know what I mean? You're only going to find out bad shit, aren't you? I like it when the actors cry. Like, your great-great-grandmother, she was a sad... Oh, you didn't know her. You might as well cry for... Your great, go back to when you were chimps. You didn't know her. It's 200 years ago. What are you crying about? So no. I'm not cut out for that. Well, there you go. Half hour and absolute bollocks. What was I going to say? Be nice to animals. There's always animal charities. There's always times of trouble, pandemic, war, where you can help people and animals. Don't forget them. Even help the people that help the animals, you know. So there are people that risk their lives So keep a lookout for that. I feel like I want to do that more and more. As I've got less time left with my life, I've got to spend my money quicker, and it's a drop in the ocean helping animals. I mean, it can only be saved by governments and billionaires, but it's nice trying. I think that's important as well, that everyone does a little bit. It's beautiful that everyone gives £1. Even if you think that it's a pointless task. It's not for that one animal, It's not. You shouldn't think like that. Every little helps. Every tiny bit helps a bit, I want to do adverts, so I need to do adverts now. So if you're listening, then I can give like $1 million, like big chunks of money. I need a big company. American Express. I'll only do adverts of things that that are ethical and that I sort of use anyway. I wouldn't lie, but American Express, for example, they could just give me a couple of million to do an advert. Go American Express. It's brilliant. And I have got an American. I've been an American Express card holder for about 35 years. Before I had money, I had American Express, right? And I just used to look at it, think one day I'll be able to use this. So I could do that in the oven. You see that? Where's that there? That what was it? That lion thing, that big brass lion, that award. I won that for an advert that I wrote and directed. That Optus advert in Australia, where I just go, Optus asked me to do a thing, right? And it won. It was like the Oscars of adverts, and it won. So big companies, big billionaire companies. I'll do an advert. I'll turn up. I'll write and direct it. Put it out. Right. Give £1 million to a dog charity or something. I bet this is irresistible. Good. Well, he can nearly be asked. Let's give him £1 million. Right. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye. Tatty bye.